Hey everyone, it's Nick with Us versus Herd. If it's your first time here, you like the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications from when we go live or post videos, tap the bell. And if you want to join the UVH fam, links are below in the description to our Discord, our free option trading group on Facebook. And if you just subscribe to this channel, I definitely appreciate all the support you guys have been giving us. We did hit 100 subscribers here yesterday after switching the channel here last week. I know we're off to a slow start, but that's kind of what I anticipated with the change to move the live streams to a new channel and kind of separate everything. But I definitely appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I'm not able to do a live stream today because I'm currently sitting in the meeting. So I decided to do it earlier, kind of recap my trades so that way you guys can follow along on what I did. You know, currently Dow was down 34. Dow was down 425. S&P's is down 34, NASDAQ down 114, and right now, and this cough is still bothering me. Right now, we're still in a holding period after we had a sell-off on the SPY. Most stocks are holding. BABA recovered a little bit, but right now we came down, hit 307 on the SPY. Now we're sitting at 308. So that being said, I want to kind of get into my trades here, so that way you guys can follow along. Yesterday, I did make 297 on Alibaba. I lost 100 on BYND and HD. Now these were debit spreads. These were debit call spreads. I'll go over that in a second. But let's go over Alibaba. So Alibaba, I put on yesterday. I had the 195 put and the 202.50 call for this week. I bought it for 294. I then sold it for like 590 and some change here, 591 on Alibaba. So 294 to 591, selling that at open this morning on Alibaba. So yesterday I bought that position. I had I'm looking at the 5-minute chart here. Let me switch to the 15-minute, guys, so I can see here. So yesterday I bought that position at 2:11 p.m. So we were right into power hour, right into here, 196. So caught the high of the day, I would say, pretty good. Yes, we did coast a little bit higher, but with the trade news, Trump really tanked. There was trade news yesterday saying, hey, we're going to raise tariffs, so there's no deal by December 15th. That's what Trump said. And now he's saying, he came out this morning, he's over in London with the NATO conference saying, hey, it maybe no deal till after the election. Let's just keep collecting tariffs. Maybe there's going to be no deal till after the election, which is why we're having the biggest down day in a while. But right now it looks like we're just having some premium burn. So on Alibaba, I did close it out at 8:31. So I'm central. So a minute into market open, I closed it out. One thing that got me nervous was they didn't open. They didn't open the option market right away. So they didn't open options on Alibaba right away, and it was starting to go up. I did catch it. If we bring it down the 1-minute chart here, just drag it. Today at open, so it did come down 831. We did catch the lows pretty good in here before they ripped it back up. So 831, we were able to get out. But let me get back into here. So, with a position like that, my target on Alibaba yesterday, like I said, I was thinking it was going to hit the 192, 191 area. And if you look at the Discord, which I have my trades posted in here, this is why it's always good. This is why it's always good to have a plan. I placed this yesterday. I said bearish strangle, looking for the 191 and 192 area, and I was currently sitting at 190 at market open. And what happens to a lot of people is that they start getting greedy. They're like, oh, if the money came that easy. I mean, I literally held this less than 24 hours, less than 12 hours. I bought it yesterday in power hour. I sold it immediately at open. And what happens is like, hey, if I could double my money that easy, why can't I triple my money? Why can't I Why can't this turn into, oh, Alibaba is going to go down to 185? And I do think that I have another trade on Alibaba, which I'll show you in a second. I do think Alibaba is going to go to 187, but you have to keep in mind the longer that you have a trade on, the higher the risk is, right? So why increase the risk? You already made double your money. Why increase the risk? So and as you can see here, now let's take a look at this trade. Now Alibaba came back up. And if we look at Alibaba, let's do that same strangle here. The 195 put and the 202.50. So now it's only worth 365. I sold it for nearly $6. It's only worth 365 now. So that's what happens when you get greedy. Yes, it still would have been up money. I bought it for 294, still up 365, but why you can always reload, you can always put another position on. So I think this is a good learning experience for a lot of people that take your gains when you're up 100%, and it's struggling, and it was struggling. Don't get greedy, have a plan. And that's why I stick with my plan. I had a plan. My target on Alibaba was the 190 192 area. Target achieved. Let's sell. And that's what happened. So you really got to stick to your plan. You got to stick mechanical. You can't be in a trade and then change your plan as the stock market changes. You have to have a plan. If it goes according to plan, you also have to have an exit strategy. If it doesn't go according to plan, what were you going to do? You can't just be like, oh, I'm going to hold till it goes to zero, right? That doesn't work. So that's why you have to have a plan going in, whether you have a profit or a loss. A lot of people don't like to have an exit strategy when taking loss, because like, oh, I don't want to take a loss. I'm not going to have a plan because I'm not going to lose. You don't want to have that mindset. But whenever you put a trade on, there's always the opportunity that you're going to take a loss. There's always an opportunity. There's always the chance your plan's not going to work out. A lot of times your plan works out. Sometimes it doesn't. And that's just the way it is. Some days you're just not seeing the market clearly. Some days you're on fire. I mean, everyone has on days, off days, ask Tom Brady last week, Anyways, yeah, but right now Alibaba's in a holding position. Going into the losses, I cut Home Depot and BYND today. I lost on them. Home Depot, I was holding since yesterday. We lost, a good 45%. These were bullish debit spreads, so debit call spreads. I bought the 220 call. I sold the 225 call on Home Depot yesterday. And Home Depot just got slaughtered. So, I cut it at 850. So right in here, definitely glad that I cut it. It was still going lower. I hate this. I hate this cough. it's like messing my flow up really bad. Sorry guys. I appreciate your grace. So I just wanted, because this trade war is heating up and the trade news is back into circulation, I wanted to take off any long position, whether I had a loss or not, and this definitely backfired. I also had a long position on BYND, which I placed last week. Let me. When did I buy it? Oh, I bought this yesterday. Oh, no. That was a day trade yesterday. Last week, here we go. Last week on November 27th, I bought a debit call spread again. I bought the 86 call and the 90 and sold the 91 call for $1.33. This one, I lost most of the premium. We took a $99 hit on it. And at the end of the day, I just wanted to, some days, so I closed out BYND. It's starting to level out here, but this came down. And I just didn't want to have any positions on. Sometimes you got to clear the decks. You got to realign your portfolio. And I don't like to have too many stragglers. And the chances of it, I'd rather take the $30. The chances of this going up another $10 in this market is not likely. Yesterday it took the biggest hit. I held. It then took another hit today, and was like, enough is enough. I got back my $30. We can redeploy that. The goal is to not go to zero. I should have closed it yesterday when it pushed up to 80. I should have took what I could get, because I lost a little bit more money today, down in the day on that. I lost another $24 on the day on that today. So, you know, overall, we're green. My realized gains, you know, this cut it into my realized gains. So that's why in this market we have to be disciplined. We have to stay diligent. And we really have to pay attention to our entries. And the thing is, I cut back. I was really long last week. I made money last week. I took most of my profits, and then I redeployed with BYND. That was my only position. I had Google. I cut Google yesterday for a small loss as well. You know, any long positions, I've just been kind of cutting back, thinking that maybe there's gonna be a market bounce back, but there has not been any bounce backs yet. Maybe it will happen. Alibaba. So then I bought another strangle on Alibaba today after it ran up. Let me switch this to today. So right now I have the 190 put and the 197.50 call. Currently down $30 on it. We're down 13% on it. So this is my current position. As you can see here, it has gone up a little bit. So I put that position on at 9:26 this morning. And what I was looking at right in here was it was showing some weakness in here. I thought we were ripping up, and I thought we're showing some weakness here. I was going to come back down, but right now we've really just been staying in like the 192.50, 193 area and just been hanging out in there. So it's hard to say. This might rip back up. It might not, but what I'm looking at on Alibaba is for it to go to revisit the 188 area. I'm looking for the 188 area, so that's why I bought the 190 put. So I do have the 197.50 call for protection. So if this doesn't make a run to like 195, 196, maybe I'll average down, or I'll add to the put side. I mean, sorry, to the call side. I'll add to the call side to the 197.50 call. Kind of balance it out that way. Play some defense. You know, we'll see what happens. But right now things are kind of settling down. Nvidia as well popped back up from 200 back up to 200 to 206. Now it's at 204. So, we'll see where we close at. I'm not gonna be able to watch close. I have positions going into tomorrow. Right now I just have Alibaba. We'll play it slow. I didn't want to load up too big, knowing that I'm not going to be at my desk, trading. So I didn't want to have too much risk on. And the other thing is, you don't want to take all your money that you just made, redeploy it, and then lose it. So you need to take your time, plan your entries, and I just didn't have time to plan my entries. So, if you watch this video, thank you so much. If you watch to the end, comment, watch to the end below. If you like this video, hit the like button, appreciate it. And if it's your first time here, hit subscribe. As always, stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.